I'm gonna do another little presentation. You wanna be involved? So I planted one of these earlier and it sold. So the idea is plant another one and it'll sell, right? Because who wants to buy an empty planter? Everybody wants the plants in it. They want the work done. See the cute little birdie? Yeah. What I decided is this planter needs to have one tall plant here and then maybe small and then medium, small, small. Just because I want to feature the bird. So if I'm taller, then I'll be up high enough to where you can feature the bird, right? So I took this little crassula. It's like a jade plant. So the jade plant is one of the most popular crassulas, but there's tons of different crassula plants. And I took off several stems, which will grow a new crassula. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. You buy one, you got 4 more. That was 5 plants for the price of 1. That's how succulents are. There's enough genetic code in this leaf to grow a whole new plant. That's like taking the tip of my pinky and growing a whole new Ahmed. That's scary. Scary. So I'm gonna stick this crassula in here, hold it up at the right height. Now this little metal log is a decorative ornamental planter, meaning it's fake. It's not even a planter. It has no drain holes. So you have to give it a little bit of water and not too much, otherwise you'll kill it. But this is how a lot of plant material is sold. It's a gift. You give it to someone, it's their problem. They'll figure it out. Or they drill holes in it, it's metal. Okay, so that's our big one. You can see the birdie, right? Yep. Then I want to put something low, and I don't want the same color. I want a contrast, so I'm going to grab a different ground cover. Excuse me, ladies. I got a lower growing ground cover. Some sort of ice plant. Does it say something ice plant? Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of succulents that all fall in the ice plant family. Does it say Delospermum? Yeah. Yeah. So Delospermum is one. On the back it does say. Yeah. So Delospermums are all ice plants, but there's other plants that are also called ice plants that are actually senecios. Anyways, succulents is kind of like its own world, its own plant material. You could just study succulents all your life and you'd be busy. You could study roses all your life and they'd call you a rosarian. So this is my nice little ground cover. Nice to see you guys. I'm gonna put the Delospermum there and then I'm gonna go back to medium and put some more color in it. So whenever I buy plants, this is what I do. I buy a plant and I'm like, nope, that's 2 plants. More for my money, right? Take off some of this soil. And notice I'm planting succulents in potting soil, not succulent mix.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, you can do the succulent mix, but like I said, this isn't even a planter. It doesn't have a drain hole in it. So you just have to manage the water in it. Succulents have water inside of them, hence the word succulent, meaning juicy, bearing moisture or water. I think that's what the definition is. I don't know. You can look it up later. So I'm going to put that in there, and I have this little guy. And now I'm kind of getting bored. It's all low. I want to have something that's just a little different, so I'll put one of these florets. I think I'm going to go with the triple floret. And I'm packing this in. And really, a pot for your plants is just a temporary home. So you don't have to think, oh, well, how long can it be in here? Is it going to get too? It's temporary. You're going to take it all apart and do it all over again. You're going to put these guys in your garden so you didn't waste your money, right? Turn this in the front because I'm saying this is the front. Why? Because that's where the bird's pointing. That just makes sense, right? What do you guys think? Stay away from this. Maybe end it off with the same floret as the other end, like 2 anchors, right? So all I did was what you're supposed to do whenever you plant, which is you rationalize and give a reason for doing everything. Whenever I'm working with my landscape crew and I say, why'd you do that? I don't know. Well, that's the wrong answer. If you have a reason, even if I don't like your reason, but you had a reason, that's what I want to know, is that you're thinking about it. It was a conscious effort, even if you're incorrect for some reason. And then we're done. Whenever you plant, you want to pack in your plants. So you give them a little tap on the ground, make sure you tap in the soil, and then you water the plant, washing off the plant. And if you've had lavender wine like I have, you put your finger in front of it and you play with the water and you spread it because it feels good. And then when you're done, you water your toes because it's hot. Oh, it feels good. And that's basically what we have. So when I'm not shooting video or I'm not landscaping yards, I typically am doing events. Either that or I'm hanging out with my family and some friends. I have like 3 friends. But this happens to be the Arizelli Farms Lavender Festival. They hold it once a year. My first year here. It's a beautiful lavender farm, and we've got a little smattering of vendors that's all about health and wellness. Plants falls very well into that, and all things organic and wholesome, and of course educational. Most of the work that I do is educational in nature. I mean, of course, I put my own little Ahmedisms to it, and I add my personalities because I want to be memorable, because if it's memorable, then you choke on the cucumber. Then you'll learn. So a lot of the videos that you'll see me in, there's an educational element always. I'm a horticulturally trained landscaper. I love landscaping, I love horticulture, I love improving spaces and making things look better and helping people to succeed where they're currently failing. And there's more people that say, I don't have a green thumb, than there are that will admit to having a green thumb. Who wants it? No takers. I'm gonna drop it in 5 seconds if nobody takes it. 1, 2. It'll wait for a while. I'll say it came from Nordstrom's and somebody will want it. That's what we got. So what I've been doing is, my man Taylor is here. Taylor's like my main producer, and we've been shooting content for about the last year or so.
Yeah.
Just different landscape projects that I'm working on, working out with different functions, and we always just keep things real. If there's people there, there's people there. If there's noise there, there's really noise. But it's always been educational. So I appreciate being over here doing your festival, because I learned a tremendous amount about lavender that I didn't know. And of course, I take all that information, I share it with the world as if I've known it from the day I came out of my mother's womb, and they just think I'm a wizard. It's always education, there's always a thing of beauty. Hopefully we're having some fun, and you can check out more on my show, Landscaping 101, featuring myself, Ahmed Hassan, the landscaper. Gotta go. These are for you, my dear.
Thank you.
As if you haven't had those before.
Thanks.
Let's go get some of that lemonade.
Here we go. Yeah, it's so good. Okay.